to manipulate these larger amounts, remember, really important to brace this elbow either here or here somewhere, so you can really lean in with that. And remember, you don't have to center it all the way all at once. You can center this much, watch. Like you're throwing off the hump. Center that proportion. And the Dawn's going, oh no. See, then go down a little lower, grab some of this clay, bring it up, and blend it into the centering of the top. So center it in stages. Always the hardest part to center right here.
Yeah.
See the bat skipping around?
Yeah.
I know that makes you guys crazy, doesn't it? Doesn't hurt anything. Yes.
Trying to make it squarish.
I'm going to bring it out wide.
Wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like a plate.
Yeah, it's going to be like throwing a big plate, except flat bottom and thick bottom. I know you guys can do that. I know you can throw thick bottom pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, see, it's getting there. All right, so then the rest of the way, if you feel like you're doing this and it's just not going anywhere, try this. Try taking this down here. See, pushing down with that. Bringing it out wider and wider. If you start to feel your back pins coming up, push them down, or use the ring nuts, which I hate. Always push them down. All right, from here on now, we're just going to keep bringing it out wider. My teacher, first teacher, who was a proverbial little old lady, nobody would have ever thought she could throw really large pieces, but she did. And she said, you know, when women students would ask her what to do, she said, well, you know, men have all these muscles. Well, that's true with younger guys, and so now men don't have that many muscles anymore like they used to. But her method was, when she wanted to bring this out, she would put this hand here and then literally put her shoulder and push down with her shoulder. I'm not at that point yet, but could be soon. I don't work large very often anymore. Just because it's like
It's physically.
it's I gotta watch it. So, and luckily most dinnerware, what dinnerware is more than 6 pounds? Nothing. And so this is really don't really need much bigger than this. All right, so see, still bringing it out. You notice that after each time I bring it out, I push in.
And it's okay that it's thicker in the middle right now.
I'm gonna get it. I'm trying to get it down. Yeah, right here. The other thing you're gonna find if you ever start teaching is that some things as a demo just take longer than others, and I have this desperate need not to bore you. And so I try to get it done quickly so that, you know, I want you guys to get on with your own work, you know. I could have gone ahead and centered this all ahead of time, but that wouldn't have helped you as much.
No.
All right, so now we're getting pretty close to what I want. Pretty much a flat disc. I'm literally using this bone to push it. See? And part of that's my adaptation to no longer having this joint working the way it used to. Except that you guys will have to look forward to it.
I'm there.
And I know when I was younger, I didn't want to listen to what anybody told me. I was gonna, not me. I'm special. I'm never gonna get over it. I'm doing my best, but it's happening. Okay. So that was pretty good. Oh, so there's my disc. Now it's about an inch thick. What do you say? So when I open it, I want to leave a half an inch of thickness. Before I go too far, let's check it. Okay, that's about a half an inch. That's good.
Yep.
Now just keep going across. Now notice as you come across, you bring up this wall. Take that, center it, and blend it down in below, so you don't trap an air, a ring of air. Along the way, stop and grab the wall of clay, just bring it down and center it into what's below. And then, of course,
Harder than
packing the bottom is really always a good idea. You don't want to crack down the middle of your baking dish. So go back and forth a few times. I don't wait till I get all the way to the sides for this. So it's like throwing a big old wide flat plate. Because this technique won't work on a curved bottom. Curved bottom. Because you won't be able to trim a foot nail, so you'll end up with a bottom that's thick, thin and thick. So this only works with flat bottom pieces. Which is why, Pam, that you can do it with slab.
Yeah.
You could do it with a slab. So now I'm just really centering this wall. I like to have a curve right here and not an angle for cleanup. Baked cheese is easier to get out of the curve than it is out of an angle.
good point.
How many times have I packed it? A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. This is really important. You don't want a crack in the middle. And this is the best way to prevent a crack in the middle. The best way to get a crack in the middle is to make it too thin or use a lot of water or forget to pack it. Those are all going to contribute to that crack in the middle. Right. Now, this side out here can be vertical. It could conceivably come in, but that's more difficult to clean up and actually bake in. I like to give it a outward leave. And to do one kind of like a stair pan, I just do this at the rim.
Oh yeah?
It should be, yeah. This could be a baking dish.
Could be
too.
casserole, yeah.
Yeah, it's really great.
Do you want it over?
He's gonna make us some. That's great.
So you don't trim at all? You don't trim at all?
Hopefully not. 'Cause I think I can get it with the wooden tool. Alright, so this is very much what I threw right there. The same kind of rim and the same kind of side.
How do you make it over? You throw it? You're gonna throw it?
He's gonna cut the lip or the
You're
rim
gonna cut the
off.
bottom off.
That was good.
Yeah, he's gonna take the bottom and kind of throw it.
So now we're going to work on getting the bottom to have that beautiful spiral.
I was wondering how he got that for this. I don't know.
They talked about it.
Yeah, no, I was just saying like earlier before you mentioned.
Now, if you want to have a really pronounced spiral, do this. He puts them real like that. Right? I'm going to do it a little different way. Now,
So we're cutting off the rim and then putting it back on.
yeah,
after
so what,
this.
I'll talk you through it here in a minute. Once I get this in, then we'll go to the next. This is one I learned from Stephen Hill. He's a really good potter. If you don't follow him, Stephen Hill Pottery. He did a workshop here and he showed this, and I thought that's a cool one. Let's feel like. Okay, so now I'm going to use my rib and just go over and get it really smooth. Have you noticed that when you bring a rib to the very center, sometimes it hooks up and catches and digs a piece of clay out?
Yep.
Here's what you gotta watch out for. When you come to the center, look at the part that's touching the clay. See right there? See the part that's touching? And I come to the center, I can only let, if I go anywhere beyond there, it's gonna catch. Right? So the touch point can come to this, not the part that's not touching. See the part that is touching, look, I can only go to there. If I go any further, it's gonna scoop out clay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, the way I do it is like this. Then I take this rib and press harder, and I get that. Alright? Then, to answer Dawn's question of what happens next. Today, I'm now going to cut it off with the wire. I'm going to leave it on the back.
Okay.
And then next week, I'm going to put this back on the back, take my needle tool, and get the squash pan out of the way so I can bring the needle tool through at the base where the wall hits the bottom and gradually insert that until it goes all the way through and touch my finger, and then I can lift off the edge of the top, leaving only the bottom on the back. Then I can take this part and I can stretch it wide. Then I'm going to remove the part that's on the back and throw it on a clay board until it's oval, and then I'm going to reattach and put the two pieces back together. Now you may think, it's not worth it just for that. But I think it is.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
So that you could just roll a slab. You could. You could.
Well, what about that dip there? Like, you know, you were saying,
It's harder to get that.
how are you gonna keep that?
You'll see.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so now, to answer Patrick's question, I would hope to not have to do any real trimming.
Yeah. Do it now.
Do it now.
You're swinging that again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I don't think there's going to be much to it. And if all I might have to do is take my knife in my hand and bevel the edge. Because once I put the bottom on, I can't turn it on the wheel because it's oval. Right?
Are you gonna wire it now? You are.
Yes. What happens when you get pieces that are bigger than this? You need to make yourself a new wire, right? I am pulling as hard as I can.
Against.
horizontally.
Yeah.
Down, see, down, down, down. So I'm pulling as hard as I can this way and down. I'm still going to take more clay off of the center than anywhere else, which I already showed you that on the
Yep.
plate.
Yeah.
And the wider they get, the more that's a problem. Right? The big platters, you need to get another person to help you take them out. Because it's really hard to do. All right, so now we let it dry the leather hard. And next week I'll show you how to do the magic trick of taking it apart and putting it back together again.
Okay.
You're gonna